Are you ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about pooping every day? Buckle up, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're diving deep into a topic that's both taboo and fascinating: the Goldilocks frequency of bowel movements.
Oh my goodness, I'm so intrigued. The Goldilocks frequency of bowel movements. That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. So what exactly are we talking about here?
The Goldilocks frequency, as we're calling it, is the idea that pooping every third day, 2.3333 times per week, strikes the perfect balance. Not too often, not too rarely, but just right. It's a schedule that can improve your hygiene, productivity, and even social life. Let's break it down, starting with the myth of daily pooping.
Okay, so the idea is that pooping every day is not necessary. But isn't that what doctors and health experts have been saying for years? How do we know this isn't just a weird fad?
That's a great question, and it's one that many people share. The truth is, the once-a-day rule is a social construct, not a medical necessity. In fact, many cultures and some medical professionals argue that a range of 3 to 21 times per week is perfectly healthy. The key is to listen to your body and not be a slave to an arbitrary schedule. For example, if you eat a high-fiber diet, your body might naturally want to go less frequently. The Goldilocks frequency helps you optimize that.
That does make sense. But what about hygiene? Isn't going every day the best way to stay clean and healthy?
Well, that's where things get interesting. The cold hard truth is that toilet paper is not as effective as we think. It's like an underpaid janitor with a dirty mop. It just spreads things around. If you go every third day, you can take a proper shower afterward. This ensures you're actually clean, not just good enough. Plus, modern bidets are becoming more accessible, and they're far superior to toilet paper for hygiene.
Ooh, I never thought about it that way. But what about the psychological aspect? A lot of people feel better when they poop daily. Isn't that a mental health thing?
Absolutely, but that feeling is often a result of psychological conditioning. We've been trained to think that pooping every day is normal and necessary. However, with a bit of mental discipline, you can retrain your body and mind. It's like breaking any other habit. It takes practice, but the benefits are well worth it. Think of it as strengthening your gut resilience. The fewer unnecessary trips to the bathroom, the stronger your digestive system becomes.
I see what you're saying, but what about time management? I already feel like I'm spending too much time in the bathroom. How does this help?
Exactly. Pooping can be a huge time sink. If you're going multiple times a day, you're probably spending hours each week in the bathroom, scrolling through your phone, and losing valuable productivity. By consolidating your bowel movements to every third day, you free up that time for more important activities. Imagine getting an extra hour of sleep or finally finishing that project you've been putting off. It's all about efficiency and making the most of your day.
That's a compelling point. But what about social situations? I mean, no one wants to be the person who has to sneak off to the bathroom at every party, right?
Right. And that's a big part of the Goldilocks frequency. Constant bathroom breaks can be really awkward, especially in public or at social gatherings. If you go every third day, you're much less likely to be the one clearing out the room with the smell of your business. It's a win-win for you and everyone around you. Plus, it's a lot easier to plan your bathroom visits around your schedule rather than the other way around.
Oh, I can totally relate to that. But what about the cost? I've noticed that toilet paper can be quite expensive, especially if you use a lot of it. How does the Goldilocks frequency impact that?
You're hitting on a key benefit here. Toilet paper is indeed expensive, and it's not just a drain on your wallet, it's also bad for the environment. By reducing the frequency of your bowel movements, you'll use less toilet paper, saving money and reducing your carbon footprint. Fewer rolls of TP mean fewer trees cut down, less processing, and less waste in your sewer system. It's a small change that can have a big impact.
Wow, I never thought about the environmental aspect. But what about gut health? I've heard that freak pooping is good for your gut microbiome. Is that a myth too?
That's a common misconception, and it's understandable. However, frequent pooping can actually disrupt your gut bacteria. If you're constantly flushing out your system, you're not allowing your microbiome to stabilize. A more controlled schedule, like every third day, encourages better digestion and nutrient absorption. It's like training a muscle. Your gut needs time to rest and recover. A strong, balanced gut microbiome is key to overall health.
That's really interesting. So if I switch to this every third day approach, will my poops be more, well, legendary?
Absolutely. Pooping every third day builds anticipation. When it finally happens, it's a masterpiece. You'll have a full, complete evacuation that leaves you feeling lighter, prouder, and more accomplished. None of this, I think I'm done, but I'm not sure nonsense. You'll know when it's done, and the feeling of relief will be immaculate. It's like hitting a home run after a long inning of waiting.
I can definitely see the appeal of that. But, how do people actually make this switch? Is it as simple as deciding to go every third day? Or is there a process to it?
It's a process, but it's doable. Start by paying attention to your body's natural rhythms. If you notice that you're going more frequently than necessary, try to hold it a bit longer. Gradually train your body to adapt to a new schedule. It might take a few weeks, but the results are worth it. You can also support your digestive system with a balanced diet and regular exercise. These changes will help your body adjust and optimize its bowel movements.
That sounds like a plan. But what if someone is worried about constipation? Is this approach safe for everyone?
Great question. The Goldilocks frequency is not about constipation, it's about optimization. If you're eating a healthy diet and staying hydrated, your body should be able to handle this schedule without any issues. If you do experience constipation, it's important to listen to your body and make adjustments. The key is balance, not rigidity. This approach is about finding what works best for you, not adhering to a strict rule.
I'm really curious to try this out. But, what about the social reactions? I mean, if I tell my friends I'm pooping every third day, they might think I'm, well, a bit weird.
That's a valid concern, but think about it this way. Most people won't even notice, and those who do will probably be curious and open to learning more. You can always frame it as a health and productivity hack. Who knows, you might even inspire them to try it out. Plus, you'll never be the one causing a stink at a party or event. Social courtesy is a big plus here.
You've definitely made a strong case. One last thing. How do you deal with the mental aspect? It can be tough to break habits, especially ones as ingrained as this.
It's all about mindset. Start by recognizing that the urge to poop is often just your body running on autopilot. By practicing mental discipline, you can learn to control that urge. It's like training for a marathon. You build up your endurance over time. Use positive affirmations, set reminders, and track your progress. Over time, you'll find that the transition becomes easier and the benefits more apparent. It's a journey, but it's one that can lead to a better, more optimized life.
Thank you so much for sharing all this. It's been an eye-opening conversation. For anyone listening, if you're considering giving the Goldilocks frequency a try, remember to start small and be patient. Thanks again for joining us today.
Thanks, and to our listeners, we hope you found this episode both entertaining and informative. Remember, the key to a better life might just be in your bathroom habits. Stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.